Hello, Brakkard here. We're back in with another playthrough. Looking like we're on episode 8 finally. Just got done doing the cow tipping quest and everything. Get a little surplus XP just to kind of help our progression a little bit. And that moves us up to level 23. And I need to get a little bit more into my magic so I can cast a little bit clearer. I think I'm going to bring these up to about 7k each. Let's get a little bit more quickness too. That's always nice. Get everything kind of round robin for 7k push there. And then what's that? 105s. That's not too shabby. Alright. I'm also gonna increase melee defense up another short bit just to give us a little bit of cushion for what we're about to do. I was looking at doing a possible kill task over in the Othoe arcade today. But let's get some buffs, go find that NPC really quick, and see how this goes. I will get back to you once we are done buffing. Alrighty, well that was much quicker with just those few buff points. That cow tipping quest has helped immensely with that slightly increase. I also decided I'm going to put up this Oracle of Darius so we can basically keep track of our buffs as we go. That way we're not getting into a situation where we're just gonna die. Rather not. Alright, let's go find this NPC. It's supposed to be right around the drop, if I remember right. Might be over here. I remember it being a tomb rock of some sort. I think it's this guy. Oh, that is my combat tab. Okay, so I have several kill tasks here that he gives right out the gate. This will be huge if we're able to get multiple of these done. And the arcade is custom on this server. It's just renaming the mobs and all that. Not the standard harvesters, gardeners, drones, servants in the first stage. Each level is also upgraded as well, but we'll get to that later. Nowhere near that just quite yet. I'll remember, make sure we're up to full power, run down to that little lonely tree. Well, not lonely, but tallest lonely tree over here. I think I started the video out saying episode 7. I meant to say episode 8. That's my mistake. Just been on the dad brain all day watching a kiddo learn to potty train. Just now finding time to get a little bit of a playthrough going through. Hopefully able to get a good amount of coverage today. Trying to extend it a little bit. Get maybe an hour or so long video. Hopefully get this kill task, maybe another quest on top of it done. Anything special off these? Well, not that one. That one said, nope, you get nothing. And these guys are cake. Those level 3 buffs have amped up the gameplay significantly. And I've been watching, and there is a guy working on a new client that's going to bring in the possibility of a more classic version of AC, which I am highly pumped for. And I'm thinking this might be my build to go with, because what we're thinking is we might try go for a release day patch, which means if mages are macroing, their spells are going to basically be useless. So melee is going to be the way to go. But with the Legion, how I'm going to do things is I might put like a mage towards the top and just kind of have him learn spells and everything, and I'll use him to help buff my fellow Legion members and everything, keep everyone just going pretty strong. But I plan to actively play like I am right now. It just the way to do things. There I go again, forgetting to turn off B-Tank as I play. Oh well, one less to think about. We're revitalizing that stamina. Doesn't hurt. Well, we're chewing through this kill task pretty quickly. Definitely gonna have to get to the low level and do a couple cycles back and forth, clear those guys out, and hopefully get maybe 2 or 3 of these things turned in today. Just 2 poking these guys. The spear has been amazing for an upgrade. I can't wait to see what it's going to do as we get further into some other potential areas. I'm thinking like trying to make a run over to Monkey Island and everything, do a few of those tusks, get a couple gems, maybe get a lifestone tie with my item magic and be able to do those on a daily as well. Okay. 3 in here, good to know. Probably another 3 in here. Hopefully by it's done, we can cycle back to the front, clear those out, and then we're done with the hatchlings. Seems like their aggro is basically nothing, which, they're low levels. It don't matter. They ain't gonna do much anyway. Well, here pretty soon, at the rate we're going, we're going to be moving into level 4 spell range here shortly. And those level 4s are going to go a good bit of ways, that's for sure. Probably to maybe level 40 or so. And I brought the game volume down a little bit too. Hopefully it's not blaring in everyone's ear and everything, and I'm a little bit more clear on the mic. Okay, only 10 more to go. This is going by really quickly. I'm very pleased, actually. This is my first time actually doing this kill task. I am one that hates to do kill tasks. It is not my thing. It's like the least prioritized thing for me. And I usually sprint through quests pretty quickly. I'm kind of known to be, say, like the groups right here. I'm already down there in this corner going, and they're like, "Where do they go?" I'm at the bottom, guys. I got things to do. Revitalize that up. We'll use level 1 so we're not burning our spell components that we're trying to save up for future buffs. We don't need to run into a situation we don't have anything. I don't think this gives any cash rewards. I think it's just purely experience for kill tasks. But we'll figure that out soon enough. Okay, this final room over here will be the final bit of the hatchlings. And of course, it wants him first. Okay, now we can get his buddy. 1 down. All right, we are down to 18 minutes. Let's continue crushing it. I kind of want to do the next set of experience that I'm able to is crushing it into mana conversion, just so I'm able to continue casting a little bit longer versus sitting there stamina mana back and forth, and you know. Okay, nothing exciting. There we go. There's the next tiered Othoi. Okay, a little bit more tanky. Not too terrible though. Just 3 little pokies. Yeah, if these things are gonna be like idle like this is gonna be a little too easy, but I'm not gonna complain. I will take easy just to get me that early game going pretty smooth. Because I know quests are gonna ramp up here in the later stage. Me and my other Legion mate, we tried running one, and we were both level 90 at that time. And actually, no, I think we're low 80s and it was a level 90 quest, and we struggled. But we were able to get through it, got the reward without any deaths, thankfully. Okay. Gen really quick. Anything useful? Maybe find some Yori sleeves, because I love me a set of Yori. It is my class staple. Not class staple, armor staple. And there is tailoring on this server too, so if I ever find anything for like a single slot and I have some Yori to pop over it, I definitely will. Even in Covenant armor. Try not to do a Muli since it's just so basic. Oh, that's a good piece. And it's a single slot. Okay, nothing. Okay. Well, we're almost halfway on the second one. If we can finish this second one before buffs are done, we'll go back, turn in those 2 quests, and maybe split off and try and do a couple repeaters and everything just to kind of get some XP off those. Maybe do some pincers. You know, just the general daily grind. Nothing too mundane today. Okay, that wing is clear. Let's do this little Y intersection over here. Once I clear this, I'm going to go check these guys out, see what they're at for their level, because these are 26. They got to be, I think, mid-30s, you'd think, right? Man, I think this game is telling me to get a set of Yori. Ooh, that I'm looking good, guys. The mean green machine. That or I'm turning into a pickle Rick. I got quest boots on. What am I doing? Don't need those. Because my boots that I got last time are pretty goddamn good. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, so level 35. So these are gatherers. Okay, so they will be able to hit me because I saw one come in for 0, but because of a pretty skilled enchanting, we'll do just fine. Okay, let's make our way to the other side, and there's a little... Oh, these are already respawning. Let's clear as we go. Yeah, this is going a little too easy. Heck, we might even be able to stay in here and buff, honestly. Oh, look at that. Juicy experience. Yes. Right now we're pumping about 140 almost. As long as we're not dinking around too bad in here. Loot table seems to be lacking in here, but I'm not too worried about that. I don't think I could tailor up this helmet. I'm not too worried about it, though. I'd rather have a horned helmet anyway. Sitting there thinking about picking up spears. I'm like, I don't need one. As soon as we get to about, I'd say mid-30 or so, I want to do the living weapon quest because that is going to be a fantastic upgrade if we're able to get that Spear of the Chase. That's a nice throw weapon. I did hear throw weapon is pretty nice in this version. 20% mod. No thanks. Okay, let's bring up that life magic. Speaking of life magic, do a quick little regen and top off that stamina so we aren't gassed in the next fight. Okay. Well, looks like my archer decided to disconnect while he was hunting Withered. It's alright. I was able to achieve level 126 on him. I'm pretty pumped about that. Now it's just basically collecting experience and maxing out his stats as we go and everything, and that'll come in due time. I'm not too worried about it, especially with that hype of that new client and everything. I'm just kind of very hyper focused on that and coming out with the new theories for builds that I want to do, and most of it's all pertaining to melees. Or I'm thinking archer. Archer always is a pretty amazing build to start off if you do all right. All right, I just need one more feeder, and then we're good. Okay, okay, that's a feeder right there. You know what? We might even be able to clear out the other guys before these buffs run. We got 9 minutes. Let's speed run this, guys. Do they got anything good on them? They got 250 wheels. Good to know. So if we need to get some higher tiers, we come down here. Okay, let's close this chat right now since we're not talking to NPCs at the moment. Give you more visual of the screen. All right. That was actually not a bad little, I think it was a ring. Actually, I think I'm going to do the next bump into creature magic. I'm clicking on the weapon again. Ooh, there we go. There's some sullies. No buffs on them, but I don't care. I love me some solarettes. Ooh, got me for 9. Tickled me in the armpit. Gonna be close for this 40 kill task, but I think this will probably get us level 24, maybe 25. I'm not sure what this experience was translated from their end of retail server down to Dark Majesty era. Pop it off again, and then we'll continue on this rat race to success. I thank you for joining in for this series and everything. Once again, it's always good to see people join in, seeing the challenge. I figured this would be a little bit more of a unique series, just kind of getting away from the end of retail version side of things and just kind of relive this, kind of flood the market a little bit. Ooh, that was a nice crit. That is saving us a lot of time just by getting those huge crits. That one has a good mana conversion bonus, which is going to be huge. I don't think I'm going to make it on this last 5 minutes to get these. It's going to be way too close. What I might do here is in a minute, clear these out, find me kind of a dead zone where I can just kind of buff up in a corner. Because the thing that's slowing me down is I'm also trying to keep an eye out for some decently valued items to kind of keep me playing at a steady pace and able to buy scrolls and everything. Thankfully, the level 4 spells were so cheap, I was able to use pincers and everything to kind of fund that next little branch. And I learned most of them. The only thing I wasn't able to learn was my summon spells for item enchantments, but I don't really need them per se since it's just me. Just more or less, if I have a portal tie, I can give it to somebody. You know what? While I'm thinking of this, let me switch that wand out to this guy. Yeah, see, that's 1%. This guy is 3%, so probably bring it up to a 4 if it got buffed right out the gate. Yeah, see, I'm not burning through this like crazy like I was. I definitely need a good bit more mana conversion though for the 4s. I think I'd want to get that up to another 20 points. Bring this up another 20 points as well. And basically everything in my magic's another 20 before I want to push to 4s. And that'll put me in a good precedence for being able to buff with ease. Level 5's around about 210, 220 is what I'm kind of aiming for on those level 5 buffs. Another thing with that classic client and everything that's getting built up, it's going to have the spell research. That's going to be so amazing, but also a huge headache and a time sink. But that's what the game's about. Finding that stuff that is hidden behind spell research and everything, just becoming a god on your own accord until someone else catches up to you. Oh man, those gloves are hideous. Hopefully we can get rid of those here soon, but I don't imagine anytime soon. Okay, we're almost done with buffs. Okay, and we're going to finish these guys up and call it a day on the kill task. I don't want to spend all day killing just random bugs. We have to have a variety of things going on. I'm thinking we'll go do the garden pincer real quick. Maybe run down that hill, grab the egg real quick, bring that back up. What else we got? Was that a perfect loop of buffs or what? Ah. Good to know the spawn rate is enough to get me a buff and not be swarmed while I'm doing this. Another idea, I'd want to get a little bit further in my 20s though, and probably get to my 4s, is we have the Matron hives. So it's 20, 40, 60, and 80. Getting to where I can go in there and get the Matron reward would probably be another big experience payout. Heck, I might even be able to do it now. Who knows? Am I gonna try it now? Probably not. Okay. Top off health. Okay, 15 more kills to go. Here's a good portion of those kills coming right in. Okay. Making good time. Yeah, I think level 50 is where a lot of quests are going to open up on this island up here that I'm wanting to do. It just hasn't gotten to that point yet. Nothing. Okay, I'm not going to go get myself over there because that's going to get me into a little bit of trouble since they will have the next tier mobs. Let's play it safe for the moment. Sitting there thinking about pulling out my wand to revitalize my stamina, and sure enough, wasn't paying attention to levels. It just happened to work out. Okay, 6 more kills. Oh, he's the other side. Where are you guys at? Come out and play. I was debating if I wanted to try and add music into these videos, just like pulling off of the studio and just kind of edit it in, but I just kind of prefer the raw play of the game sounds and everything. Don't want to just kind of keep lapping more stuff in. Just keep it nice and simple. Okay, kill this guy and we'll boogie boogie boogie. I'm also gonna start pumping this up a little bit because we are gonna need it for some quests to give us a little bit of an edge. Okay, so let's Life Zone Recall. Run back down to Red Spire. See what that NPC has for us. And if I remember right, this is based off level for this experience reward. So as we grow, it's going to get exponentially better if we keep repeating it. And most of the time, I think if I do repeat them, I'm going to do them on my own accord since we've already recorded the process. Maybe we'll trinkle it in every once in a while, but I don't want to make it a mundane thing that we keep repeating and showing continuous footage of. We forgot to do that shield, but that's fine. I'll just move it over there. Move that over here. Okay, buddy. What do you got for us? 45, 45, 45. Health elixirs. Up the wazoo. Okay. Well, again, still decent XP and everything. Not anything too major. Kind of tempted to see about level 4 spells. Let's increase focus. And okay, let's see how I can do with level 4s, because this is going to be tough. If I can get this one off. Yeah, probably just not quite ready yet. Oh, well, I got that off. Where's the focus one? There it is. Okay, revitalize. Oh boy. Look at this, guys. We are casting level 4s at 24 on a melee. It's not something you typically see in this kind of era, but this build is doing it. I'm freaking pumped. Where's that shield? I want to add that before I forget about it. So we need about another 10 points in each magics, and this should be pretty doable. It's definitely chunking my skills, but could be worse. And bring that up to 65 with restam just to keep a good palette of stamina needed. He's still using 3s on those, so it's not burning back and forth and doing the little seesaw of balancing vitals. Level 4. Like, I'm so tempted to go try Matron, but I know it's just, I'm not ready. Not ready by any means. Maybe next video. Depending on how far I get today, do cow tipping again before next video. We'll see then. Little hang up there. I like how it's showing the old buffs, but not the new ones. That kind of sucks. But, okay. That's a beautiful sight. Level 4s. It's also going to increase our damage on our weapon. Shield's going to get a nice 200 plus armor level. We're just going to be a tank. Okay, let's look at the helmet. 310 armor level. 250. 240s. Another 250. Another 250. And 100 on each of those, which stacks is on top of those 200. So we're looking pretty snazzy, guys. Oh, we're getting a little bit of speed behind us too. We're able to get around a little bit smoother. I'll tell you what. Let's go get this egg. We'll turn it in. I'm going to smash another 10 points into self. I want to go peek my head into the Matron hive and just kind of see what it's like at the drop. Depending how that drop is, that might be our fun little adventure for the day. But again, we're going to have to do the buffs again before we go in there. Let's go ahead and change our title. We're going to make it obviously bored. Because that's what you do when you're playing Asheron's Call. You do it because you're bored and you want a good title to kind of represent it. Come on, buddy. Look at that. Almost 10 to 24 piercing damage. Excellent. Let's go get our egg. Turn off V-Tank, because I don't need it assisting me every single time. Oh, there's these guys with these skins that still haven't dropped for me. I went and tried it on the end of retail server, and the first one dropped immediately, and I was like, really? So it could just be a drop rate reduction here. One of those time sync quests to do. Oh, well, what do you know? There's one. Well, start collecting those, and I believe they're attuned to your character, so there's definitely no hand me's or anything. Double check. Yeah, see, keep them. Alright. I believe that's a static spawn, because every time I've ran by, even on the end of retail, just kind of checking around, they were there. So that's kind of good to know. Alright, let's go poke us a little more spin, get our key, grab our eggy, and haul butt back to town. There's also another quest, that little wedding gown. It actually provided one of my guys with a girth. And I was like, because if I can get like a nice set of sleeves, I'll get that girth at all possible. There's some sleeves. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to make them look janky as possible. Bye-bye, fellas. Drop this off. Pop this bad boy on. Oh, they're greaves. Oopsies. Thought they were sleeves. Never mind. Plus, who wants to take away the main green look? And so far, this character is just under 7 hours old. Making pretty good time without utilizing the bot or any of the quality of life things on the server that we've been able to utilize to basically make up for time that you're not able to do on your busy days. Okay, move this out. It is 100 armor for those. Yeah, that would be 252. I just, yeah, I'll change those over after that. Just a tiny little bit of armor, but it gets rid of the boot look. I'm not a fan of boots, honestly. Okay. Go turn that in. There's 25 and a new shirt with minor invuln. That is huge. Okay, green spire. And that brings melee up to 200 plus buff. Perfect. Okay. We're gonna chat with her really quick. We will stop crossing our arms. Run back. It's always fun doing these little back and forth quests just to kind of get them out of the way really quick. Easy to repeat. If my guy actually gives it to him. Okay, let's go give her her dress. Put your arms down, lady. Boom. Okay, see, that is a huge experience quest. So definitely adding that with the cow quest right at the beginning of the day will help us fly through the levels and keep us on a nice steady path versus us just slogging through the mess of how grindy this game can truly be. Okay, so we're going to pop that in. We're going to do some coordination, some strength, quickness. Can we get endurance? Yes, we can. Okay. We don't need that. That would be silly. I think next will be mana conversion again. We gotta really get that beefed up. Okay, how are we sitting on buffs? We got 20 minutes. We're gonna go poke our head into Matron, Hive, and Nanto. Also, I want to get rid of this. I don't need to collect those cows. If I ever had a house, just put the cows in there and I'm gonna abandon thing. I'm gonna leave that house there forever. That would be hilarious. And there's another quest here. You know what? I'm going to add that just into the mix, just to basically show you something that's a very niche thing that not many people know about. There is a tunnel over here that you're just going to go run in and grab a poem. And you're going to see just how great this actually is. Oh, I'm above level 20. Well, since I can't do it, you can basically run in there and down one of the corridors, you're going to loot a chest, grab a poem, and bring it back to this little hut right here, that small one. You're going to give her that poem, and she's going to give you a gem with armor 4. That out the gate for a fresh character is phenomenal for such a free quest. It's just dredge slinkers, skulkers in there. They don't pose any threats. You can just basically run in there, not have to fight, and then run back out. There's also a quest over here that you can do. You basically go in there, kill one of the rat leaders, come back, and it's going to give you a Pierce Rend wand. All right, are you ready to party, guys? Let them make their way up here. So level 53. Okay, one hit. Okay, doing good. I'm also going to reset this so we can see what we're getting. Another thing I could do is turn on the experience so you can see what each individual critter is providing us. So about 10k off that one. And this is on a non-bonus weekend. Okay, we want to make sure we... I'm going to heal better than I am trying to do that. We got this though, we got this. But if I'm able to handle these, I might do a pretty decent job down there. The only hard part is me being able to land on the matron. Okay, in a danger zone. Okay, let's do this. Boop, 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 boop. Just a little bit of shuffling. We got this, guys. We got this. Definitely need more spear ability in here. This is why I like 20 is a little bit early to try and do this as a solo, because this is a group content based quest, but just showing the power of the build. I shouldn't be doing this early. Okay, let's chug, stay tapped off as we transfer over to our staff. And let's finish the one that's almost dead. So we've made a good 70 experience just off the beginning. That's not too shabby. And it's dropping gear with level 4 buffs. So 3 to 4 buffs, not too shabby. 23. Okay, well, good to know. Good to know. All right. Well, let's go get that gardener pincer really quick with what's remained. Grab the sword that's in there. And I think we're gonna call it a day after that. Figure we do some couple new content things. Go test this out. Kind of keep it a little interesting today. Okay, I got plenty of healing kits, but more is better. Another reason I was probably getting chunked in there too is I also don't have this shirt really buffed up. Did have level 2s, but not exactly ideal. Green Spire. That's mm, um, I should probably talk to this lady because I've tried talking to the girl one time without talking to her, and it would just kept repeating a message that the Karenzi kept biting me, and I was like, well, I can't do this. Always make sure you talk to her. Go find the ring. Is there going to be a burrow? No burrow. I mean, I see one right there, but that's not the burrow we needed. And just seeing where we're at this level, we might need to go get our assault spear. And that's where things are going to really amp up, is with that spear. It is phenomenal. And I hope there's some kind of slash spear. But there probably isn't, because that Tomb Rock Slayer doesn't having slash and having that weakness stacked. Ooh, boy. Okay, well, you know what? I'm not going to spend all day killing these guys. They're not that strong to me anymore. Minor Frost. Okay, I'm just going to... Actually, are those rings different? No, they're just the spell layouts. Just throw me off for a second. I was like, wait, something's different here. Okay, killed this guy because he has the pincer all the time. He said, sure, buddy. Give me your pincer. Okay, let's go get our sword. Like I said, I'm speedrun McGee over here. No point wasting time on stuff that's not needed. Yes, the little bit of experience that you can get, nice, but in the long run, the faster you do these, the more you're going to turn out, and then you can burn your time elsewhere. Still need to get the kill test for those titles. think that's another 40 kill task. Yeah, I'm not a kill task person. Maybe someday I'll start working on it, and then I'll like queue in like the last minute of that fight. Okay, I forgot this guy name. Sebastian, right? No, Sildars. The guard that lost his sword because he got frightened by some bugs. We bugged him out. Oh no, his name is Sebastian. Okay, I was right. Take your stuff. I don't want it. Ooh. Ooh. That is nice. Get out of here. So minor health, minor stamina, minor mana. That, oh boy. That's going to help a ton. And I get the rejuves. Okay, let's turn this in. See where that gets us for the evening. And I think we're going to call it. Turn that in. All right. Well, thanks again for joining in on another adventure and everything. Hope to see you guys next time. Have a good one. Brakkard out.